Okay folks, Bob Carnegie here with K9 Falcon. This is my new pup. I am starting her right away into, she's going to be in a trailing dog, and I've started her with some preliminary stuff to set her nose and some habits in place. Today is October 6th, I believe it is. Been a beautiful fall day here in rural Pennsylvania. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to take her. You can see her down there on the ground. She's got her harness on, snapped up, ready to go. And I've got a trail set. What I did was I set this trail. What I'm using is some bacon fat here for bait. That's my actual runner. And then what I do when I set the trail is I put it on the end of my hiking pole and drag it out at a distance so it doesn't commingle with my actual footsteps, and that'll keep the dog focused not on me and on the actual trail of bacon. So at the end of this thing is her food bowl. Right now I'm going to walk her up. You can see there's a paper towel on the ground. Eventually that paper towel will fade out and it'll become a scent article. But you're gonna see her, if we're lucky here, she's starting to grab the odor already. And there she hits the scent article, picks it up, which she keeps doing. What I'm gonna do is take it, and then I'm gonna let her start working the trail. So here she is. She knows the game already. Checking out the area. What I'm gonna do, well, that's a necessary break right there. And here she comes. I'm going to circle her around. And here she is actually picking up the trail now. It's going to take her a minute to sort it out. This morning, this is the second time I've run her in this area. There's some odor that hangs here. So there she goes working that scent out. The key piece in this is to let that dog figure out the trail. And you can see her working it. So she knows what's up. She knows the game, but it's got to be her. There's two pieces in this that I'm trying to set. One is I want her to develop a habit of taking her nose to ground. And she's checking that out because that's where I put breakfast. But she's quickly going to find out it's not there, and she's got to work, which she just did. Now she knows where it is. So I want her taking her nose to the ground to figure out these problems. And I also want her dragging into this lead, which you're going to see in just a minute. So there it is. She's found her dinner. Good thing for this dog is she has outstanding food drive, and I'm using that to my advantage. So once she gets a good taste of this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick her up, bring her back a notch, set her down, and this time I'm going to let her work it again and pull into that lead. You can see she's driving it. I'm paying it out slowly and giving her the sensation, the actual feeling of what it's like to drive into that harness. So I'm going to give her another taste here. Yep. Once she gets those digestive juices flowing, she's going to want to drive even more. This time I'm going to take her back just a little bit further. Let her go again. There she goes on the trail, nose down, driving harder. And you'll notice I have just the gentlest tension on this lead, just enough to let her know to pull. And I'm also paying it out at the same time. So another nice taste of this here. What I did on the food, I started out with bacon fat up at the other end, but the food itself has it has bacon grease that I actually rolled the dog food in. Just added a tablespoon or two of bacon grease to her dog food. She knows the game, loves the payday. This time I'm taking her back just another notch, and away we go. There she goes, nose down, driving into that lead, a little bit more tension, paying it out, and there she goes. So she's right at 10 weeks. I started her the day that I got her, searching for her food. First few runs was just hiding her food bowl, getting her into the idea that using her nose was gonna give her a payday. That's how she got to eat. Slowly progressed it. We're now 2 weeks later, and I've got her going. What happens from here is, let's pull her back again. Once I get her working this straight line trail really well, I'll do the same exercise, but I'm going to start adding in turns, back tracks, cross tracks, scent pools, all the foundational stuff for trailing. Now we're back a little further this time. I'm going to spin her around 3 times, and I'm going to face her in the wrong direction. And the key thing is let her figure this out. Nose down, right back to the trail, and away we go. Driving even harder this time. And bingo. All right, so I'm gonna let her go ahead and eat on that one. The last thing I'm gonna say on this is that when I set this up, I did it with a bit of strategy. There's a breeze you can see. There's actually not blowing at this moment, but that direction there is the breeze to the south, and she's working with the wind on this. If she was working into the wind, she would have help with the wind, but I've chosen to work her along the same direction as the wind, and she has no help from the breeze at all, and that will keep her actually focused on working out the scent on the ground instead of lifting her head and air scenting with the wind. Okay, folks, Bob Carnegie here with K9 Falcon, and we're good to go.